What's up, universe? Thanks for joining me on another episode of the Real Zack Olinger. Um, so it's going to be another stream of consciousness kind of a day, and I've decided too that I'm not always going to just stare at the camera because there's times when I have conversations, um, with myself where like I'm just focused and I just let it come out rather than just like, hey, I'm going to stare at the camera and all of that. So, in case you're wondering why I'm not staring at the camera, it's because I'm allowing myself to connect to what's coming out. So, there's a few things that came to mind to discuss or just kind of put out there. Um, yeah, so over the last few weeks, things have been very much in flux and transforming and changing and um, dissolving. These are just words that are kind of coming up. Closing out is like another way, like just different pieces of me or of my life. So anyway, like there's two things that through this experience that came up for me the other day when I was thinking about it. And one is to pay attention to my actions. Um, because what came up, especially over this past week, was this very real inner conflict about um, following this nudge to change a relationship, like to dissolve a relationship, and then also what felt right to like honor or celebrate that relationship. So they were like diverging. There was like this kind of watershed, like moment or experience with it, and I found that, actions, obviously, they say speak louder than words. And there were some actions that I was taking that were not in alignment with necessarily what I was speaking or, just allowed me to see like what the bigger picture was or I think what my higher self was trying to convey to me. And so it created this experience that, I mean, there's already this conflict anyway, but there was some pain due to my own actions. And just it was only painful because I didn't have an awareness around um, becoming aware can be painful, I guess, or unpleasant is what I'm trying to get at there. So paying attention to my actions to witness like subconscious patterns or things that may be going on under the surface that I'm not consciously aware of. So for me, that was one thing to pay attention to is are my actions. It was a bigger connection to that. And then the second thing was like what I started calling "don't budge on the nudge," which was when I get the inclination to go a certain direction, stick to it. Like don't deviate from what that inclination was. So as I said here, there was this in this particular example, there was the nudge to dissolve the relationship, and then there was a pull to honor the relationship, and that then created a somewhat painful exchange and experience. So had I just stuck to the nudge, like I wouldn't have created that. So it's not my first time experiencing something like that. So there was just a deeper connection to that as well. So once I get those nudges to go a certain way or change a certain thing, just go with that and don't deviate. Just stay true, stay the course on that. And then the third thing that came up is that, like, on what had to be today's Tuesday, so Sunday night, I believe, like the 14th, I had a dream that I closed like a bunch of doors. Like, I intentionally closed like five or six doors. And I don't know necessarily what to, but it's obviously symbolic. So that's part of what I was saying earlier too about like a closing out or like a change. There's an obvious like closing doors on particular avenues of like a timeline or life experience or things of that nature. So um, those are the things that came up for me. Now, I guess like honestly, like this is 5 minutes in length, and that's just kind of a small recap. Part of me was thinking like, am I going to keep doing this? Like, am I going to keep doing this particular stream? Am I going to continue doing the Real Zack Olinger? Um, and I'm totally open to doing that, and I'm also totally open to closing it out because I don't necessarily have a real firm direction of where I want to go with it, except for the whole intent for doing it in this fashion was to create interaction. So if I'm going to go ahead and invite anyone that's watching this now or in the future or whatever to like post comments or questions. Questions would be great because I work best in a Q&A type of format. If there's anything that you have a question about or whatever, post it and I'll read it, and then I could take that into the next episode and we can just kind of roll that way and continue to um, do that type of avenue. And if that's not what's meant to be, then that's what's not meant to be. I'm cool with that too. So that being said, that's pretty much what I have for today. I'm going to set that invite out there and see what happens with it. And for you all that have watched and listened, I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope you all have a great week. And I will chat with you guys later. I love you guys. Bye.